So one thing I love about this speaker is the square shape, because if I have a flat surface, I can take the speaker and stand it straight up and immediately start playing my music. With the Bose SoundLink Micro, you can kind of balance it to stand up, but usually whenever you start playing music, the vibrations will cause it to fall over. And then with the JBL Clip 4, your only option is really to lay it flat if you don't have it attached to anything. So I do like the fact that I can just grab this and set it on any flat surface. So as far as the overall build quality, along the perimeter, it's got kind of a rubber silicone finish, which is great for like grip. So it's very easy to grab and hold on to. And then as far as like drop protection, that silicone is going to absorb the impact really well. And I have dropped this a couple times so far, and it really hasn't sustained any damage. So definitely a durable, rugged build. And then obviously on the front, you have the grill with that Marshall branding. And then on the back, you have some hard plastics with that flexible strap, which we took a look at earlier. Moving over to the Bose SoundLink Micro, this one pretty much has a silicone rubber finish all the way around. So this is also going to perform really well as far as like drop protection. That silicone is going to do a great job as far as absorbing the impact. And then this one also has a strap on the back similar to the Marshall Willen, which you can use to attach it to a backpack or something of that nature. And then when it comes to the JBL Clip 4, this one has more of a rugged fabric type material. So a little bit different compared to the Marshall Willen as well as the Bose SoundLink Micro, but still very durable. So bumps and bruises, not really going to harm this speaker either. And then over on the back, you can see you have some rubber feet. So if you do decide to lay this on a flat surface, whenever you're playing music, it will stay put. And then you have the infamous clip. So instead of a strap like the other two speakers, you can use this built-in clip to attach it to whatever you want. And then all three speakers are giving you an IP67 dust and water resistant rating. So pretty much no matter which way you go here, you're getting some really good protection. So if you want to take any of these to the beach, to the pool, you want to take them camping, they're pretty much going to stand up to whatever you have to throw at them. So one key distinction here is that only the Marshall Willen as well as the Bose SoundLink Micro have built-in microphones. So if you're connected to either of these two speakers, you do have the option of answering and taking the phone call directly through the speaker. The JBL Clip 4 does not feature a microphone, so that's simply not an option with this one. So because the Bose SoundLink Micro has been out for quite some time, the big elephant in the room here is that this speaker still uses micro USB. So micro USB in 2022, that's pretty much fighting words. So if you don't already own this speaker, that's definitely something to keep in mind. The Marshall Willen and the JBL Clip 4 are obviously using USB Type-C. So as far as battery life, the Marshall Willen is leading the pack with an advertised 15 hours on a single charge. Then there's the JBL Clip 4 with an advertised 10 hours on a single charge. And then comes the Bose SoundLink Micro with an advertised 6 hours on a single charge. Keep in mind that those numbers are going to vary depending on the volume levels that you're using. But all in all, the Marshall Willen is giving you noticeably better battery life. So another important feature is going to be app support. So only the Marshall Willen as well as the Bose SoundLink Micro offers you app support. So with that, you're able to pair these speakers together with other compatible speakers. So if you wanted to purchase multiple of these and pair them together for a bigger sound, you have that option. And the same thing for the Bose SoundLink Micro. And actually, you could pair this speaker with the Marshall Emberton 2, which also recently came out, and you have that option as well. And as far as the Bose, you could pair it with something like the SoundLink Flex. So you have a lot more flexibility in terms of that. Now with the JBL Clip 4, you're not able to pair it up with any other JBL speakers. Now, one key advantage that the Bose has is the option to separate the left and the right channel for a true stereo experience. With the Marshall speakers, you don't really have that option. So it's more of a mono setup, and it's just going to help you achieve a bigger, louder type of sound. But one advantage you do have with the Marshall Willen is the option to choose different EQ presets within the app. So you have the standard Marshall setting, which does sound really good. You have the push setting, which is going to give you more of a V-shaped type of sound. And then you have the voice setting, which is going to be good for like podcasts or audiobooks. So speaking of the sound, let's go ahead and talk about the differences between these three speakers. So the Marshall as well as the Bose have a very similar type of sound. They're both very warm, very rich, very punchy, very dynamic, especially around 70% volume or lower, because speakers of this size, they do tend to, bottom out the closer you get to 100%. But I will say, the closer that you do get to 100%, the Marshall Willen does seem to maintain better separation between the higher frequencies and the lower frequencies when compared to the Bose SoundLink Micro. And on top of that, I think it does get louder than the Bose SoundLink Micro. And then when it comes to the JBL Clip 4, what stands out the most with this one is definitely the treble. The bass is not as pronounced as the other two options, so you do get a great amount of treble. And as far as the max volume, I would say that this one and the Marshall Willen are pretty much neck and neck. So if I had to rank the speakers, number one for me personally would be the Marshall Willen, and then it would be the Bose SoundLink Micro, and then it would be the JBL Clip 4.